And start at the 3rd verse. Go right to the point.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
That's the Roman Empire.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
So the Roman Empire going to be taken out. The last leg of the Roman Empire is this society right now. Go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
Then the whole world going to find the mystery of iniquity. And that's written, and is written that way. Paul said the mystery of iniquity. The mystery of the wicked one. The mystery of who the devil is. So they didn't know it back then. They saw the Romans. They didn't call the Romans the devil. They called them the oppressor. They hated them. They wanted them to go down. But they didn't equate them to being the devil. You know, they didn't equate them to being even Edomites. Because you had Edomites that Romans called, oh, there goes those Edomites. They were Edomites themselves. Go ahead.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right, it said consume with his mouth. In other words, before this, it says consume with his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Destroy with the brightness of his coming is talking about the physical destruction of Esau. But the consume part is for them to be cursed out. Because go to the scripture and blue letter name the verse. Yeah, so that's 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. It said consume with his mouth. Remember the Lord said in Matthew, it is not when thou speaketh, meditate not on what you're going to speak or say, because I will speak through you. All right? The Father will speak through you in that same hour. So when we speak, it's really the Father speaking through us, and we're like the mouthpieces of the Most High on earth until the Most High manifests himself with destruction. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, it breaks up. So it shall consume. Let me look up shall consume in the Greek. Here's the Greek word.
Strong's G 355. Analisko. Analisko.
Now that's for shall consume in the part of the verse. The definition says to consume or use up, destroy. And that's pretty much it. Now, go back to okay, the next one is shall consume with the spirit. Oh, okay.
That's all right. Let it go.
Okay. For the spirit, matter of fact, I'll just go to mouth. You can look up the word for the spirit. I'm just going to go to mouth. Okay, the Greek word for mouth.
Strong's G 4750. Stama. Stama.
It says, since thoughts of a man's soul find verbal utterance by his mouth, the heart or soul and the mouth are distinguished. It says, since thoughts of a man's soul find verbal utterance by his mouth.
So who was doing the uttering? The Most High is putting the spirit in us for us to do the uttering, but it's the Most High's message. Mm-hmm. We're doing the will of the Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
It says, since thoughts of a man's soul find verbal utterance by his mouth, the heart or soul and the mouth are distinguished. Then it says the edge of the sword, and the word even says that it is a sword. That's Hebrews 4 and 12.
That's it. Okay. All right, go ahead.
It says, verse 9, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, now let's go from there to Did we finish the last scripture? The scriptures prior to that, or was there some more to it? All right, go ahead.
Isaiah 61 and 10. I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My soul shall be joyful in my power. For he hath clothed me with the garments of salvation. He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels. For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, and as a garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord power will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations.
And for that to happen, this devil got to be under our feet. All right. Now let's go from there to I also said go to Isaiah the 63rd chapter. Go ahead.
Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them down, for I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in mine anger. And
the people are talking about Edom. When you go to the first verse, it tells you that. Go ahead.
And make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
Yeah, the Most High going to bring down this devil's strength to the earth. He going to destroy him. He going to break his foundation. Go ahead, Ak.
Yeah, earlier I'd read Genesis. I just wanted to finish up on that. Genesis 4 and 15. And it says, and the Lord said unto... Yeah. And the Lord said unto him, therefore whosoever... Genesis 4 and 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. So just like the scripture said, the wicked shall be revealed. So when the wicked is revealed, the natural thing you want to do is slay him.
Right. Now, there was a thing on the news last night where they had captured these construction workers, and these are Nigerians, which a lot of those are them are Jake anyway, but they were dressed up like Arabs. They had the Arab garb, the face covered with the turban on their head, and they had high-powered rifles, and they had these two crackers on their knees with blindfolds over them, and they sent a video message to, I think they were from England, and basically they wanted, I guess they wanted money, but I guess the money didn't come quick enough, and then the next thing that they found out was they were put to death. They were both put to death, and that guy Cameron from Great Britain, he had spoken in behalf of those two guys. They didn't get the money fast enough, or they didn't do what they were supposed to do, and them guys was put to death, man. And it was on last night. So it was either on last night or the night before. So they ain't playing. The nations are angry at you, man. That's a fulfillment of that you read in the book of Genesis. So it didn't come to pass back.